Straight wide receiver type catch this time. Was that DeAndre that threw this one? You know he had little QB skills too?
Yeah. I mean, he got me for a lob early in the season, not too many games ago, and then another one there. So it's my job to go up and get it, and I was taught to get it at his highest peak, so I got it.
You've seen this pattern in the NBA so many times where the other team's got a star player or a player that has the ball a lot, and there can be an adjustment early. It seems like you guys started to figure out a little bit better in the second half. Or what did you see as you improved overall as a team?
Yeah, I mean, they played exceptional basketball in the first half, and we knew we was going to get their best shot, especially after the kind of the playoff type of format. Team always make the adjustments coming to the next game, better prepared. So I think it's just in the second half we started to crack the code a little bit. Was able to get the lead down in the third. They kind of broke away a little bit again, but we just kept after it and was able to have a great fourth quarter.
It's been a next man up type of season for you guys because of cascading injuries. I don't think Jake's kind of profile as a player was a 25-point per game scorer, but his last two games certainly the scoring punch helped you. How's he been a benefit to the team, especially because you guys were kind of going through doldrums at the end of December?
I mean, we need his ability to, score out bunches at times. Obviously, with AR and Rui, Gabe out. Obviously, that's a lot of points, especially from AR and Rui. So, to have that, that step up, from Jake has been. We've needed it, obviously, and he's just playing with a lot of confidence, and we need him to continue that.
You guys, JJ told us pregame that you guys have simplified the playbook a little bit, specifically the offense with all the injuries and different things like that. Just in a general sense, how good has this team been at the quote-unquote simple things?
Well, I mean, in order to win and at the highest level, you have to be able to do the simple things. You have to be able to execute after timeouts, dead balls. You have to execute coming out of the locker room. You have to have a game plan to execute that. So you can't execute the big things if you don't execute the small things, and play winning basketball from that standpoint. So we've been able to do that lately.
Did you see? I'm sorry, Clint. Did you see a more intent and focus on that in these last two games? When we don't turn the ball over, we can be pretty good. So we've done a good job of not turning the ball over as much.
You mentioned after your first game back this season that having to miss the beginning of the season for the first time in combination with just that awareness of that time was kind of dwindling for you, made you a lot more present and in the moment.
Yeah.
Has that carried through the rest of the season for you, and how has that manifested for you in moments like, for example, the fourth quarter tonight where you're in kind of a flow state? Yeah,
I mean, just appreciating every moment, obviously, and just excited about what the next moment has, if it's during the game or if it's tomorrow or whatever the case may be. So for me, like I said, it was the first time I've ever not been ready for the start of the season. I missed the whole preseason, whole training camp, missed the first 14, whatever, 15, whatever games it was. So behind the 8 ball, and I couldn't really train like I'm accustomed to training in the summertime. So I was behind the 8 ball, but just being able to appreciate it and getting another opportunity to be able to get my body where it needs to be to go out and perform with these guys, perform against the opposition. But also knowing that, like I said, my time is definitely I'm on the other side of the hill than the first part of the hill. So just appreciating it all.
You mentioned a couple or a few games ago that you're not on the ball as much as you were at previous points in your career, but despite that, you're still getting to the free throw line at a high level. I think your highest free throw rate since your first year as a Laker. What's helping you do that, even though your usage may look different than how it used to?
I don't know, just being a complete basketball player. I have to be able to, change the landscape of how I play up according to how our team wants to play. So, I've been playing off the ball, obviously, pretty much the majority of the season. So, picking spots and figuring out ways how I can still be productive to help us, play winning basketball when I'm on the floor, both offensively and defensively. So, I don't know. I don't have any holes in my game, so it helps to be able to do whatever the team needs at that particular moment.